Hello everyone, good afternoon. I hope you can hear me properly. Hello. We will wait some minutes in order to start. Okay, so everyone can enter the webinar. Okay, perfect. So here we are. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining this webinar. I'm Clelia Coppola. Nice to meet you all. I'm a biomedical engineer here at NemoTech. And today you will see with me all the news we have on NemoCeph Cloud. Um, the module NemoCeph but implemented with a new cloud platform. All right, so first of all, I would like to tell you we will see all the questions at the end of this webinar so we can proceed step by step in seeing all the news. You can write all your questions in the panel above, and at any time at the end we will revise all the questions and answer them all together. Okay, so first of all, today we will see the major differences between Nemo Studio Desktop and Nemo Studio Cloud, the advantages we have with Nemo Studio Cloud, and also we will explore together the new interface and we will see live the new automatic cephalometric tracing and also the new options we have thanks to the cloud version, that is the case viewers. Okay, let's do a brief summary. Okay, um, before when we had just the desktop version, all the data regarding the patients, all the files were stored locally. This means that if you had some problems with your personal computer, if you needed to change computer or something like that, all the data would have been lost, or you would have needed to do a trespass of the data. Okay, you will have to do a backup in an external hard disk, so everything would have been very much slower than the database now being in the cloud. This means that you can access your data anytime from any computer you have your account installed in. You only need an internet connection and you can access to your to your account from any device. You may access the web version also directly from, for example, your tablet, your mobile phone, from wherever you are. You just need an internet connection. And also, you have the possibility to send the cases from the local to the cloud and access them at any time. You can create the cases locally and view them on the website. Okay, this will be the initial interface, and you will enter this interface with your ID and your password. We can see the interface directly from the web, and you can enter in any case you have. So we will have, we can now do a categorization, okay, of Nemo Studio in 3 steps. You will have your Nemo Studio desktop, we can say desktop cloud, that is the Windows app. So the Nemo Studio, the software that you have installed in your computer, in your Windows, where you will do the planification of all the treatments. You may create patients and import records, you can view cases, you can complete treatment plannings, and this will be based on your licenses. For example, as we know, Nemo is a multidisciplinary platform, so it depends on the module you have purchased. For example, you may do implantology cases, smile design, orthodontics, orthodontic, and so on. You may do product design, and you may use advanced tools and export and import cases. So in the web app, on the other hand, you have the possibility to access the web app directly from any device. It doesn't matter that it has the software Nemo installed, but you have less options. For example, you may create patients and import records, you can view cases, you can do complete treatment planning, okay, but you cannot do product design. You may use it to do a case approval. For example, you may use it to approve a plan of treatment, and you can export and import cases. And then you may use the viewer function, that is a web link that is shared directly from the platform, and you don't even need to enter into your user ID, into your account in order to see the case. So you may view cases, you may use it to approve cases. For example, you may share this link with a colleague, with the patient also, and he can see his plan of treatment. This is how the differences can be appreciated. For example, we have Nemo Studio Cloud Windows app. We all know, we are all familiarized with the interface. Okay, so we have the VTO, for example, in this case, all the treatment, and the same treatment we can see it in the web. This is a web link, and we have all the measurements and the analysis that we have done ready to see directly in the web. Also, with the new cloud platform, we have the automatic cephalometric tracing. We can see from the small video that we just need to select our analysis, click on OK, and start tracing. When we click on start tracing, the artificial intelligence will do everything on its own. Okay, you will just need to put eventually some points if there is not enough contrast in the X-ray. Okay, and the artificial intelligence has not recognized this point, but you can see there are very few. Okay, for example, in this case, it will be just 3 points. And we can see that directly the tracing has been uploaded. Okay, and we can change the points directly in this module, adjust structures and soft tissue that we're used to. Okay, so if we are not happy with the tracing in some points, we can change the points at any time. Okay, so now let's get into directly the Nemo Studio platform, and let's see together the differences of the cloud version. All right, perfect. So we see that we are directly taken into the initial login, the initial interface of Nemo. We can see that I am opened the Nemo from my desktop app, but I am directly taken into the cloud interface, the login into the cloud. Okay, so in this page, uh, I need to remember always to open first in my computer, in my laptop, always Nemo server before the Nemo Studio, I will open the Nemo Studio and I will be taken into the software. Okay, I will directly select my login. For example, I will add my email or user ID. In this case, I will select my password and I will click on login. I can see that I have the possibility to choose my center if I have more than one center. I will go into the center selected for this course. But if I have more than one center, the cloud version is very helpful because I can export cases from one center to the other. Okay. So as I can see into the initial interface, I will have my last modified documents as soon as I open the software. Okay, this will be ordered in a chronological order. Okay, I will have my documents and I can search in my documents from start date to end date and also my external documents. So as always, I will have my search bar and I can search my patients from surname for CHN, or if I add this special character, I will have the whole list of my patients that are present in this center. If I want to create a new patient, I will go to this button and I will click on Create. And here I can see I may add all sort of information regarding to this patient. For example, the first name, trial, NemoCeph, webinar. I may add by hand my CHN, I may add the gender, and also I may add the birthday. That is very important for a patient that will be treated with the NemoCeph module. For example, I may also add identifier and document, social security number, and also all sort of details that I may need for this patient. So I may use Nemo Studio also as a sort of a storage platform for the information of our patient. For example, I may add admission date last date of visit, email, send email to the patient, admission, and also general comments about this patient. So then I will go on save. And when I will add this patient, I can see I'm directly taken into the folder of the patient. When I'm into the folder of the patient, I may add records. I may add 2D or 3D records. It depends on the module we are using. As we have said before, Nemo Studio is a multidisciplinary platform. So, for example, if I want to work in parallel on the same patient in my modules, for example, I have the implantology module, orthodontic module, orthodontics, and also aesthetic modules for the design of the smile. I may do so by uploading all the documents inside the same folder of the patient. Okay, and then for this case, I may use the 2D documents because I need photos and x-rays. As soon as I click on photos and x-rays, I can see I have the option to choose many templates, many predetermined templates. Okay, I have a wide range of possibilities. It depends on what I need. Okay, but generally we use the Auto 8 photos and 3 X-rays because it seems to be the most complete and the most needed. So I will click on 8 photos and 3 X-rays. I will click on frontal. I may double click or use the drag and drop feature. For example, frontal or the right profile, I will click on the folder of the documents and I will drag and drop the photo. Also for the smiling photo, for example, I will double click for the left bite, anterior bite, right bite, upper occlusal, and lower occlusal. Then I will click on the panoramic X-ray and lateral X-ray. And if I have, I may also add a frontal X-ray. When I'm done with the upload, I will click on Finish and I will upload my photos. As I can see, I have a notification in this upper bar. Okay, this means that I am uploading all the files and I can see the percentage of upload. Okay, once the photos and the files are all uploaded, I may click on Reload Records in order to refresh the page. And I can see that in a matter of literally a minute, I have everything uploaded in my cloud. Okay, then if I want to see the template, to print the template, for example, to export the template as a PDF, I may click on this option and I may change the visualization of the documents. I will click on Layout by CV Documents View and I may change the template I have uploaded. For example, in this case, we have uploaded just one template that is this auto 8 photos and 3 X-rays up to this date. Okay, and if, for example, let's imagine I didn't have the frontal X-ray, but I have now, and I wanted to implement it in this template in order to print this template as a PDF as a whole, I will add directly the photo in frontal X-ray, okay, from the template in order to upload it in the same template. Then, when it's all ready and set, I will click on these 3 points, PDF. And a PDF will be generated for me and I will be able to have everything all in order to print. I can see, I can visualize all the photos. I will see the photos that we have not uploaded with this icon, okay, from the template. And also, if I want the photos to be um, organized in another way, if I want to have them all aligned, for example, to have them all calibrated, we may need to click, for example, on the photo. Do the modifications we want to do from this editor, okay, for example, calibration, transformation, for example, if we want them aligned with respect to the B-pull pillar line, we may do so from this editor, okay, accept, and we may also crop as we wish the photos, okay. Then we will click on save and go to the following photo in the template once it is saved. Okay, then when we are finished, I may also click on edit series okay, and do the edition directly from this panel. Then when my editing is finished, I will click on exit edit and go back to the default documents view. Okay, perfect. So now that we've seen how to create our templates and how to modify our photos, we will click directly on lateral X-ray in order to start our case. We can see that directly it will open for us the NemoCeph desktop. Okay, so we will open the file from the cloud, but actually we are working as always in our app that is installed in Windows. Okay, and we can see that is the same interface, the same panel. Nothing has changed for us. It's only more efficient, faster, better, but the general interface will be the same for you. And once we'll save from the desktop app, we will directly save in the cloud, and we will be able to access the file directly from the cloud that we have seen. Okay, so let's get into the case. Okay, perfect. So we can see we are inside the app version. Okay, we will calibrate the image. Let's go and calibrate, for example, 20 millimeters. Let's calibrate the image and perform the tracing. As we can see, we have the gender, the birth date, cephalometric days, dental age, and so on. And we may select the cephalometric analysis we wish. For example, let's select the stain analysis and rickets analysis. Okay. And let's start tracing. As we have seen before in the initial presentation, we can see that the artificial intelligence is tracing everything for us. It's tracing us automatically every point, and it will just ask for us some point that has not been able to select before of the contrast. Okay, for example, occlusal plane, posterior, anterior, symphysis center. Okay, and we can see all the tracing done automatically. This is very useful because it saves us a lot of time, and also we have the possibility to adjust any point the artificial intelligence has selected for us. Okay, so as always, everything is fully customizable, and you can revise anything you need. For example, we may change contour points and so on. We may superimpose lateral photo. As always, we may follow the same workflow as always. For example, let's superimpose this lateral photo. Okay, let's select from these 2 points. Okay, let's make it as accurate as possible. Let's go. Preparation. Sorry. Natural head posture. We can set any reference we wish. For example, adjust photo to X-ray, X-ray to photo, and so on. In this case, I will set Frankfurt horizontal. Okay, if I want, I may also reduce the opacity of the photo to better see the tracing. Okay, I have all the option to show and unshow the tracing. I also have skeletal analysis, dental analysis, soft tissue analysis. I can show or not measurements. I have the same options as always. And then I may go to print. When I go to print, I may print a measurement, or I may compare more measurements. For example, in this case, I did the stain analysis. Okay, I will click on print tracing. X-ray, view lateral photo. I may change the layers and so on. As we have seen, we may print. And as we have seen, for example, we may print the analysis we did. We may print, for example, the staining analysis we did. Okay, we may see a preview of the printing. Okay, or we may print more analysis if we wish. Okay, this, as always, we may print and then go to printing, print to PDF, save it. For example, in this case, let's save it in the folder of the patient, printing. Okay, and we will have everything saved in our records. If we upload it another time, for example, add records, standard documents, and I will upload my tracing. Okay, perfect. Then once we have printed, we have seen how to print, we may go directly into the VTO. Okay, and we may go to our treatment plan. Okay, so for example, I will have open my VTO and I can perform any movement I want. Okay, while I do so, I may see, for example, VTO, continue, and as always, I will be able to see any measurements, any correction, and all the information I need for my case. Okay, I can see how everything is changing, the deviation, the difference from the ideal state, and also the correction I need to do, and so on. This hasn't changed at all. We will do the movements and we will see how it changes in the treatment plan while we do the VTO. Okay, also we may do it from here, the VTO. um, we may change directly from the arrows, upper incisor, lower incisor, and we may do any sort of modification, see all the measurements, overjet, overbite, and so on. And also have here the panel about the discrepancies. So now what we will do is we will create a viewer of this case in order to see the same case into the web page. Okay, the cloud, logging in the cloud from the web browser. Okay, so for example, we will save, we'll call it, for example, webinar. Okay, we will wait for the case to save, and with this we will be finished with the treatment plan into the Windows app. Okay, we will see how to share a viewer. The viewer can be shared, for example, to a patient or to a colleague. It's not needed that the user that receives the link is a Nemo user. Okay, this link will be you will be able to open this link from any browser, for example, any tablet, any mobile phone you wish. You will be able to open this link. For example, let's see webinar. Okay, we will create a sharing link. We may select simple viewer, share, and copy the link. Okay, for example. We will open this viewer, the simple viewer, and we can see that the viewer has been opened into the web. Okay, I didn't need to have any access to Nemo to open this viewer. We have some simple option, for example, to show or not the tracing, okay, to show or not the prediction, all the points, all measurements, for example, we may show, okay, we may show the x-ray too, we may show the photo, we may show the morphing if we have, okay, so this will be the simple viewer. Or what we may do, we may create an advanced viewer. Let's copy the link, paste it, and we will have an advanced viewer that we can share with colleagues, professors, for example. And I can see all the analysis directly from the viewer. Okay, so the measurements, the deviation, and so on. Okay, everything I need directly into the cloud. So this will be it for the news we have in cloud. If you have any questions, please feel free to write them to me. I see I have already some questions in the box that I will proceed answering in a chronological order, okay? So one by one, I will answer to these questions, okay? Okay, so let's see 1 second. Let's make me close everything in order to see the questions. Just give me 1 minute, okay?